Hello Aries, this is your reading for May 15th through 31st. I hope you're doing great. So, yeah, I'm here face to face with you doing this reading. So let's see. I pulled one card for you and it is Umbrella. I laugh because this card is so funny to me. But I feel like you're having a good time and I feel like you're letting your life just take you where it needs to go, right? I feel like the wind is just blowing you where you need to go. You're trying to see the best in the situation that you're in and trying to keep yourself open. I definitely see that. I feel like you're feeling on top of your game, that things are just good and you're just letting things flow to you. For some of you, I feel like you're putting on a brave face and just kind of letting things go because you want to stay where you are. You feel like happiness can be there, or happiness is a thing that you can achieve if you do this certain thing, okay? So let's get into a little bit of the situation and then we're going to dig deep into that psyche, Aries. Yeah. Okay, so right off the back, I feel like things were going really good before we even get into the cards. I feel like things were going really good and reality hit. Reality hit you somehow within this situation, right? So you picked up and moved on, okay, to find balance within your situation, right? You're moving. I feel like there was a point where things weren't where they were supposed to be, and you were on your way out. Something hit you and you came back to resolve something or to fix something or to do something, okay? And you're trying to find balance. You're trying to find that space where it is for you, where it fits in your life, right? And you're moving forward. The ups and downs, like I said, you're going with the flow because you're trying to find that balance, okay? And that's where you're at right now within your situation, okay? So let's see what the other person or in your environment. There could be a third-party situation. This person may not be particularly happy with how things are going, okay? I'm hearing like going back into old habits, okay? And it's something that they're trying to face and something that they're trying to deal with. They may be a tad bit emotional right now or trying to stay to themselves. I don't know why they're saying that. It's not the Hermit, but it's like that they're trying to stay with to themselves and trying to reveal things about themselves to themselves, okay? Because they've made a decision that they want to stay, but there's a lot of crap that they need to get through, okay? There's a lot of stuff that they're trying to get through. Okay, the Chariot card flew right out. Chariot card and the Strength. You want to move forward. You have the willpower to stay in this situation, in this relationship, and to make it work, okay? I feel like your self-esteem is in a space where you can do that, okay, right now, okay? And you're strong about creating the balance. I feel like this person has hurt you in the past, or you have been hurt by this, and you're trying to distract yourself by your goals and your willingness to move forward even though, okay? I do feel like for some of you, you're getting distracted by your old ways as well. So it's like a trigger. They start focusing and doing their own thing. You start focusing and doing your own thing. But for some reason, I feel like you're snapping back because you know what this means to you or how it is important to you, and you don't want to split up, you don't want to separate, you don't want anything to happen. Like I said, you're going to try to heal this, Aries, okay? To the best of your knowledge, to the best of your abilities, you're going to try to. You're not going to let it end, okay? I feel like I said, it's like you're on your game. Like you really care, you're really putting the effort in, you're really trying to do this, and you're focused. You don't want to make any bad moves. You don't want them to make any bad moves or any bad decisions. And that's why you're doing that. Okay? All right. All right, my Aries. So we are going to get into that psyche of yours and see what's going on within your head and see what messages Spirit has, Aries. You don't want to miss out on your opportunities. That's the first thing I'm going to say. And that's, or an opportunity that you have. Okay. You have the Hierophant and you have the Knight of Cups. This may be a marriage. Okay. Marriage is involved. That's why you're holding on so tight. It may be a strong commitment as well. And that's why you're holding on really tight. Okay. And you're trying to bring that love in. Or they could be trying to bring that love into you. For those of you that are single, there's a relationship coming into you that has a promise of being very stable. Okay. Okay. So we start off with the Four of Cups here. The Four of Cups leaves me thinking that there are some things that need to be resolved in this relationship or in the situation that you're in. However, you're kind of pacing yourself to see what happens or what is going to happen, right? You're giving to this situation regardless of this. And that's why I feel like for some of you it's a marriage or a long-term relationship that you're in, right? However, you're starting to notice that it's creating burdens. You're giving a lot, okay? And it's creating a certain feeling of burden that you have to do so much, and you feel like, well, if I keep pushing, we're going to get to the end and everything's going to be fine, okay? There was a time, because they're telling me, there was a time that you didn't. There was a time where you found love other places, okay? There was a time that you found attention other places. But I feel like because the Lover's card is here that you kept this person around, okay? Even though there was some sort of separation or, you know, you weren't feeling like you two were seeing on the same page, okay? The thing is, I feel like you're watching, Aries. You're watching to see what's going to happen, just in case you get hurt or just in case things fall by the wayside. You're not fighting, you're not arguing, you're not bringing it up, but you're watching, right? Nine of Swords. This talks about worry and anxiety about this thing. So whatever this is that you're having issues with, you are watching it very closely, okay? And it's worrying you that it can grow or develop into something else. The Queen of Swords tells me that you need to know what to cut out and what to keep, okay? I know that you're trying to keep the peace, and I know that you're trying to allow a person, interesting, you're trying to allow a person to live their life and to just be comfortable with each other, because that's what it seems like. It seems like you want them to be an individual and you to be an individual, and then to come together and have a relationship, and that's what you're allowing them to do. But you're also gonna cut out the shit that, excuse me, the stuff that doesn't need to be there, okay? Yeah. You're going to work on it. You're going to work on it. But there has to be some compromise, and there has to be some both people working it out. You know what I'm saying? Two of Spears comes to a decision. There's going to come a point where these burdens and stuff, okay, is going to interrupt how you move forward or how the relationship progresses. And there's going to be a need for change here. That's what I see from you. There's going to be a need for change, and you're going to feel like you need change, right? Like, it's fine that you're being an individual, but it's coming to a point now where it's distracting you from what this is and what it is that you're supposed to be working on. And we need to have a more stable relationship. We need to be more secure. I need to feel more secure here, right? So then we go to the Knight of Spears, and I feel like this is you putting that out on the table. I don't see it in an angry way. I just see that you are going to start creating some action, right? So you're coming out of this thought process where you're kind of holding on to it and seeing what's going to happen, because the confusion just gets way beyond where it needs to go, okay? Yeah, it starts interrupting your family life, or your family starts to notice it, and then you have to take a move. You have to see it, right? So you're moving forward, and I feel like there's a promise of change here, okay? There's a promise of change, or you start implementing something into the relationship or in the situation that is going to allow you to move forward towards something more stable. And I feel like it's going to work. Okay, it's going to work. What you're doing, what you're nurturing, what you're presenting is going to work. Yep. And it ends. It ends. It ends. And then you're happy. Ace of Pentacles here in reverse. So that tells me that, okay, this tells me that they haven't mentally made the change yet, but physically they're really trying. Like, okay, Aries, they're going to try the best that they can because they want to nurture the connection and they want to nurture you, okay? They want for things to work out. They want that love to come in. They want to make you happy. They want to actively do those things, right? Like I said, go with the flow, okay? You're going with the flow. You're putting on the smiley face. You know, you're making it happen, okay? So, love. Let's see. Let's pull out some love oracle cards for you. Romance. Lavish the one you love with your personal attention and affection, and that's what you're doing, okay? Even though the situation is bad, you're not giving up because, like I said, there's some sort of really tight connection like marriage or like long-term relationship, right? So you're opening up yourself or trying to be supportive of them and lavish them with love and affection, letting them know that you're there. Be willing to express the love. This is when it comes in where you need to start taking action or doing what you need to do, but you're expressing it through love, not anger, not aggravation, okay? You're doing it through love, kindness, and compassion. And receive with love and appreciation, right? So I feel like you're going to get this back. Some of you, it might not be exactly how you pictured it to be, but it's going to be their way. And again, you have to perceive, I feel like all of these are important. You have to perceive that they are trying, okay? They are trying. They're trying to work on things. They're trying the new things that you are presenting to them because you're presenting it in a way that it is out of love. And I feel like they need logic. Not what you're doing is really hurting me. I don't feel like they really care about that. But when you say you doing this, or okay, if you have a person that has a gambling problem, what you're doing is hurting me, they're gonna think, well, you need to deal with that, or that's something that you have to, you know, rectify your feelings with. But if you say you're gambling and it's cutting into the money that we need for our home, I feel like they're gonna understand that more because there's logic behind it, okay? So animal guidance for you, Aries. Whale spirit. It says trust is the great mystery. Trust is very hard. Trust is something that you have to build, and in this kind of long-term commitment or relationship that you want to hold on to, you have to learn to have this, right? You have to learn that you are a collective, a group, and you are a partnership. There it is. Thank you, Spirit. And you have to work together to make things happen. It's a mystery because you don't realize at first that it's something that you have to work on. I know that sounds really weird, but you feel like it should just come with the situation, but you're learning how to do this in a different and more compassionate way, okay? So Aries, thank you so much for listening. I will see you next week. Bye-bye. I love you.